good morning to you. And if it's not morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you. Nonetheless, normally when we get up, we like to scroll through our phones. I like to use TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and just watch the shorts and, get a bit of quick stimuli before I begin my day. Normally, the videos that I encounter in my shorts feed are just typically videos that align with my core belief system. But today I found something that was pretty fucking interesting to say the least. So, the video I'm about to show you, this guy gets pulled over for speeding and he's in his driveway. And I don't know what happened prior to the beginning of the video, to the beginning of the body cam footage, but he pulled into his driveway and the moment the video starts, he's out of his vehicle and he's just yelling at this fucking cop for being pulled over and some dispute about his ID. It's funny as hell. But I don't know. I just have this hunch that like he was pulled over like maybe a block or so away, and he just got out of his vehicle, kind of like how you would in GTA, go into your house and just save the game, and then you'll wake up and the 200, 300 people that you murdered just it suddenly didn't happen. But nonetheless, let's take a look at this because it's honestly pretty hilarious in my opinion.
You want it or not?
I do.
Then shut the fuck up and look! You keep fucking running your goddamn mouth, you fucking little sawed-off bitch!
I haven't been this mad since Damian Lillard got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. To be this irate over your ID, and I'm not sure what state this is because ID laws vary by state, but nonetheless, like this guy is just being a dick. He's just out here yelling. He maybe had a bad day at the office. Maybe his wife just divorced him recently, but nonetheless, he's just kind of being an asshole and just throwing out insults like he didn't just commit a traffic infraction.
God damn, I can't stand fucking pieces of shit pigs like you! Motherfucker, you blocking a goddamn driveway. You're too fucking stupid to get your piece of shit out of the fucking road. Then you walk up here and you tell me you have to fucking see my goddamn ID in your fucking hand.
All right, sir.
So for one, very good job on behalf of this police officer because he just got called a pig, got called stupid, and he's being screamed at. To have this much patience and resilience is very fucking astonishing, and this is why I could never do law enforcement, because the moment that somebody is yelling at me is the moment that I am yelling back. It's a self-respect sort of thing, and police often deal with a lot of disrespect. Now, here's the thing with the ID. The reason why the officer needs his ID in his hand is so that way he can go and run it, because turns out cops don't carry big-ass fucking computers on them, so that way they can just whip it out and what's his name? No, that's not how that works. What he's gonna do is he's gonna take it back to his vehicle and he's gonna look up your information, and it's just a standard operating procedure throughout most police departments.
Stand right there, all right?
Ken Starr and your goddamn gun don't make you a big boy.
You have a good contact number?
No. Don't you ever fucking call me.
Okay. Are you employed?
Go fuck yourself.
Is that company or Inc?
That's a capital F yourself.
Okay.
It would have actually been fucking hilarious if this police officer wrote down on a report that he said that he worked at Go Fuck Himself. I know that's highly unlikely, but it just would have been funny nonetheless.
Capital F. In case you can't fucking spell either. I know you dumb motherfuckers barely got an education at the fucking police force, but holy shit.
That's not really how that works. Before you can even be investigated by the police department during the hiring process, you have to take a written and a physical test. And I'll tell you now, the written test was a bit of a challenge. I passed first try, but nonetheless, still, you have to be able to do math, basic math. You have to be able to read. You have to have basic composition skills. So you can't be stupid and be a police officer, in my opinion. But also, the requirements in terms of the written test may be different state to state. My state seemed to be pretty lenient.
Shit.
All right, sir. So today you're going to receive a citation for speeding going 50 and a 40. I was just checked by my radar while we were moving. The court date is 5/7/2024 by 1 p.m. Here's all the court information to include the address, the phone number, and the website. Actually, you need to sign right here where the X is. It's not a admission of guilt. It's just a promise to appear.
So yeah, like I already said, very good example of professionalism amongst a police officer, because the police officer was just getting screamed at, was getting called names, and still he didn't let that bother him. Alright, so here's the thing. As somebody that has sped and has had speeding tickets, Speeding can be a big deal, even if it's just 5 or 10 over, because during broad day, if you hit another vehicle that's coming out, whether it's your fault or whether it's not your fault, still, speed limits are there so that way you can potentially monitor your speed and you're at a safe speed, so that way it decreases the likelihood of a collision. In my opinion, I mean, there's obviously some exceptions to that, but nonetheless, I feel as if going 10 over in a 40 can potentially cause some hazards. Okay, so there's a couple of things to take away from this video now that we've reached the conclusion of it. So the very first is speed. Essentially what the speed limit is designed for is to reduce the likelihood of collisions. So with that in mind, you should be generally respectful of the speed limit, in my opinion. I tend to always go the speed limit. I don't really speed unless it's like really late at night and I'm on the highway and there's no traffic whatsoever. The only time I'll really slow down is if I see a state trooper perhaps just chilling on the interstate. But the other thing is just attitude. The police officer in this video did a really good job at keeping his composure while he was being screamed at by this fucking buffoon of a clown. And I get it, everybody has bad days, everybody gets stressed, but I mean, you just gotta watch how you talk to people, because at the end of the day, police officers, they're just people doing a job trying to go home to their wife and kids, more than likely. If you commit an infraction or a crime, I believe it's important to be accountable, so that way that the criminal proceeding can go as smoothly as it can go. I would say that if this guy wasn't such a prick, he probably wouldn't have gotten a citation. Typically, if I get pulled over by the police, I'm rather respectful. If I committed an offense and it's clearly obvious that I did it, whether it's radar, dash cam, because police do have those features, I'd rather be honest about it, because it's just going to make my life a whole lot easier. And typically, if you're honest with cops and you treat them with a little bit of respect, and whatever infraction or crime you've committed isn't too serious, they'll usually let you go. And I know there's quotas and whatnot, but still, how you treat a police officer can make or break your case at the end of the day. So yeah, that's all that I wanted to show. I thought this video was kind of fucking funny. I thought it was really funny that the guy was just screaming and went viral on TikTok, and the cop was just like, here's your ticket up here. But yeah, that's all that I got. So see you guys. Thank you for tuning in.